pinnacle is what I love to call it. The absolute peak, the highest of the high, right? Joy. Joy. What oh
That is, yeah, that's my favorite, honestly. Like, it's always been like, even when we've done more songs after that, like, because it was one of the first ones, I think. It was probably the second or third one we worked on. And man,
what I remember in particular was that because this was during the stage we were picking beats. And you had asked me because I think Dream Life had a sale or something like that.
oh yeah, he always has those buy one, get three free or something like that. Yeah. So I'm like, I can't like not pick three, or four. So we were
Exactly.
sending Dream Life beats back and forth, and that one came up.
Yeah.
Um,
When you were asking me which one I wanted to add to the fold, I heard that one and immediately was like, oh yeah, I want that one. Yeah, that one.
I still have a big stash of his beats like that I've already bought. But yeah,
Yeah,
again,
very true. Yeah, yeah.
I'm happy that it's getting out there. If people are hearing it and it's being used. So, but
Exactly.
yeah, that song.
Man, I
I
don't know
think,
what. That's one of them another divine type
yeah,
records. Um,
I know I wrote the hook, and then when I came and recorded some of it, you were like, do that Kelly Price type sound where,
yes,
baby.
yes.
So that was definitely your idea, because I would have never thought to do that. That's my early morning voice, my Tony Braxton,
Yes.
baby.
I mean, I thought it was because I had done reference because I think I did the main hook
Mhm.
itself and basically referenced the parts that I wanted you to do. And I said, what I'm doing is cool, but I think it would sound sexier if it came from you. So that's where I wanted you to go low like that. I said, yeah, this is dope. She does. It ain't gonna sound cool when doing it.
I want to say we wrote that hook at your house. I
Yeah.
tend to remember us going back and forth. I think Losing You was the same way.
Yep.
Um, Filling in some gaps and things like that. So, but
Hmm.
that song is amazing to me. Like, that's my favorite. I
Yeah.
tell anybody that asks what my favorite is, that's the one.
Okay.
Um, and I love that choir sound. Like that, I've used that on several of my songs before, but it just fits so well. I was like, you know what? I could hear Kirk Franklin up there going, "You bring me joy, so much joy." So maybe he'll hear this and
Yeah.
decide he wants to have his folks cover that. That would be great.
Well, that was the great thing. When you said choir, I immediately thought of my mom, and when she came to visit, I said, "Well, don't get no more choir, don't get no more church than my mom." So I had her come in and do a couple of parts,
Yeah.
and I think the only part that I contributed to that part in particular was I guess the Whitney Houston little thing. Dun, 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 dun. Like the "You Give Good Love" type thing. That little
Hmm.
undertone there, but that was you girls can.
Yeah. I
As far
honestly
as
try to
like,
do it myself, and it's hard because you kind of have to pretend like you're somebody else each time you do a part. Otherwise, it
yep,
just sounds like you six times.
yep,
Um, but it was really great to have her on there as well to mix it up a little bit, and
sure.
I loved it.
Oh my god, but the mixing process for it.
Yeah, talk
It
about some
took.
tracks.
I don't think I talked to you about it, but it took hours. It took hours to get it to sound like it sounds right now.
Well, and each one of those harmony parts, I think I did it twice or three times, so you would have the ability to pan or do whatever you want to
Yep.
do, layering and that kind of thing. So I can only imagine what that session looked like.
Well, the panning itself, that part didn't bother me. The compression part, because I didn't know there was a technique as far as making sure that your backgrounds are not fighting with your lead like that.
Sure.
So when we were, I guess going over the technicalities of the song, because we both love the song, but there was an issue there with the lead and the background.
Right.
And I
They
know
were
you were
kind of
talking,
competing.
yeah, I know you talking about taking certain things out. I'm like, nah, if BB and CC can sing in the middle of a choir and it sounds good on record, there's a way I can make this work. I just ain't found it yet. So it took hours to get it right, and it was literally the last day of mixing and mastering where I got it to sound like it sounds now. The last day, within that last few hours.
Yeah,
So
I call that it's a Saturday cleaning song.
Yeah.
It's it's one that you put on when you're doing your cleaning on Saturday and just holler along with it.
Yeah, man.
Came out great.
Such a great love song, and I don't do a lot of love songs, but that's the type of love song I like, where you don't know if you're talking to your spouse or to God, because really,
or to music.
Right.
Because a lot of times, like, there were periods of my life when Tweezy wasn't in the picture. So I would sing to music. I would talk about music, loving myself and being myself around you and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking about music. So yeah, it's up to your own interpretation, whether, like you said, whether it's God or somebody you're in love with, or, somebody you
God
just care about. Yeah.
If it's a real love, you're supposed to see God in that. So
yeah,
I think that's what makes it such a special song. And like it's a favorite, but after all the stuff I had to do, it's like, man, give me some time to get back to it.
You probably overindulged in that song. Like, you probably need a break from it. Yeah, I mean, ears get tired, that's for sure. You come back to it and you're like, oh yeah, this was dope. This was dope.
Yeah, but I wanted to get it right, so I'm glad I got it right, because it's the top, it's the pinnacle, it's literally the pinnacle of the album. Yeah, that's why the intro is the way it is.
It's the climax of the story, right?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. That's why it's as long as it is. Like, it's a feel. If you can't get with the feel, maybe our music ain't for you, because you gotta dig into that. Mm-hmm. That beat is supposed to speak to you. Those lyrics are supposed to speak to you. Everything is supposed to just engulf you. So when you get to that quiet part, it's just an explosion. Like, it's just.
There's a little hint of it in my verse. Mm-hmm. It's like a little premonition, a little like foreshadowing.
Right.
When it goes, oh my gosh, I was singing it in my head just now it's gone. But I think it was something like, right there. Thankful I found the joy in you. Yeah, that's like your little like foreshadowing of what's to come. Thank you.
I didn't even intend on breaking it down like that. The whole breakdown, I didn't even intend on that part, but yeah.
Oh, that's Tweezy's favorite part. He came in there. Break it down, break it down, break it down. It's his favorite.
Hey, when the spirit takes over, what can you do?
Right.
You gotta go with it. Man, it's a great song. Great song.
It is.
Oh man, I mean, I can't describe it no better than that. Like, it's just a great song. Beautiful song.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the vibrations that we put into that song like echo into higher realms.
100%.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Zill actually told me. He said, if you're gonna do gospel music, that's your temple. That's the temple. That's it. Mm-hmm. Okay.